You know what the one thing that every single guitar player needs in their signal chain to have great tone is a nice Americano. Okay, I'm just kidding. I can't speak for the rest of you guys, but I'm pretty tired and I need my iced Americano. Actually, come to think of it, if there's one thing that everybody needs, it's probably a tuner. I've played so many shows where I've seen guys with bands that don't have a tuner on stage at all, on their board, in their rack, whatever. And none of the clip tuner stuff. That's okay at home for quick tunes, but get a tuner, please. Anyways, this is a quick demo using the Peavey Panama profile in the Line 6 Helix. Clearly that's modeled after the Peavey 5150. Huge Skypoint to Eddie Van Halen. If it wasn't for my dad getting me into Van Halen, I probably wouldn't be as into guitar or amps or any of that stuff as I am. So huge loss this year, and much respect to him. Demo that I did is a quick rock, kind of hard rock metalcore blend. That's something I whipped up. I'm not a great player, excuse the lack of lead playing, because I'm, again, not very good at it. However, tried my best to give you guys some tone samples. So, without further ado, let's do a quick breakdown of what I used. Okay, so the guitar I used for both the rhythm and the leads is my EC1000 LTD. Mine's modded to have a JB in the bridge and a 59 in the neck, both Seymour Duncan. The 59 is actually a bridge model that I put in there, a little bit more output. And there's only, both of them single volume, no tone. The bass I used is a Sterling sub bass. It's basically a really cheap Stingray, and it sounds great for the money. And in general, I think it's pretty usable. And the patch I used for that was just like an Ampeg SVT one that's stock in the Helix. So everything was recorded right into Logic through my Helix. I didn't want to do a lot about it. I didn't want to do a whole bunch of editing or post-processing or anything like that, because I mean, obviously I might make it sound worse because I'm not very good at recording, but aside from that, it's hard to tell how it really sounds when you're doing all kind of production. So I really didn't do anything on purpose to try to touch it up, clean up the guitars or anything like that, because I didn't want to take away from how it really sounds. Obviously you can always improve stuff if you know what you're doing with production. I don't normally know what I'm doing, so I didn't try to do that. The patch that I made here is pretty straightforward. It's a Scream 808, which is the model for a Tube Screamer TS808. I have the gain completely at 0, the tone at 65%, and the level maxed out at 10. So dial that out, get the tone where you want it, gain at 0, pretty classic metalcore Adam D style stuff. Noise gate, just threw one on there, keep the hiss down, because this does hiss like a real amp, which is annoying as usual. And then as far as the amp itself goes, I have the drive at 4, that's 4.0, not 4 o'clock. The bass also at 4, mids and treble at 5, presence is also at 5, and then the IR is a blend of an orange and a Mesa with V30s. In my real life music experience, I do use 6505 plus 5153, those kind of amps, and I have Mesa cabs for my heavier stuff. I have used orange stuff. I have some orange stuff as well. I mostly use for my rock band.
and then I've used Marshalls in the past too. Depending on your IR or your cab, getting that kind of Mesa build, and mine aren't the oversized either, they're just regular. They still have more bottom end. The Marshall stuff, especially with like the Celestion 75 watts, those are kind of like more of a mid-range rock sound. They can sound great for heavy music too. I've used them for recordings as well. As far as the lead that I put at the end, it's the same chain. The amp, I just turned the drive back to 3, and the treble went up to 6, the presence up to 7. It's kind of that Kirk Hammett Metallica, you know, mindset on the old records, where it's like less gain, more high end, just to kind of put it over. Sorry, I'm getting lit up with text. And the reverb, I use just like a plate reverb, the Line 6 one, so just give it a little bit of extra in the mix. So yeah, I thought it sounded pretty decent, so you guys let me know what you think. Essentially, when you're using these kind of patches, it just comes down to what you think sounds good, how you dial it in. I think Helix, Axe Effects, Kemper, all these different things, and there's all kind of online you can use. There are all kind of modelers and mods and tones and whatever that sound great when you know how to use them. Same thing with amps. So I thought this was fun, trying to get in the ballpark of that 5150 sound. And yeah, let me know if there is an amp you want me to do a demo of in the Helix. And thanks for watching. Peace. If you made it to the end of the video, leave your Starbucks order down in the comments. Coffee is good.